Okay, today's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do something I've never done before, and I don't know anybody who has done it, actually. They may have. I'm going to do a look over my shoulder video. Now, these are very popular ways of learning things that I haven't seen anybody do with singing. You know, I do it when I need to learn something on YouTube. I like to watch somebody do it. So this is a look over my shoulder video on me learning a Hozier song. Movement is the song. And little spoiler alert, I know the song, but I want to show you how I would go about and how I did go about learning it. Because if I was doing this from scratch rather than showing you a system that I use, we'd be here 3 days. But so I just want to show you the system that I use. So my name is Mike Goodrich with Your Inner Singer, because singing is an inside job. And if we don't get that right, then we're going to be toast. So anyway, there is a system to learning a song that is a very professional way of doing it. And if you do it this way, you're going to find that you can sing a lot more songs than you thought you could sing. Because, you know, oftentimes we just hear a song on the radio, or we hear a song, we try and sing it, we don't know the melody, we don't know the notes, we don't know the lyrics, we don't know anything about it. Our voice may not even be warmed up, right? So we're putting ourselves in the worst possible position to succeed. What I want to do is help you be put in the best possible position to succeed when you're doing a song or learning a song. So I'm going to show you from soup to nuts how I go about learning it, okay? Now, this is a song called Movement by Hozier. This guy is amazing. I love this guy. So I'm at the Hollywood Bowl with my wife and my son and his girlfriend this past, I don't know, November or something. It was one of the most magical shows I've ever been to. This guy he's just unbelievable. I just thought it was fantastic. And so even though these songs are not really what I ordinarily sing, I thought, you know, it would be kind of cool if I could actually prove to my son that I can sing some of these songs. So I learned this one. I learned Take Me to Church, and I learned Francesca, which I love all those songs. But this one I thought would be really great to show kind of an over-the-shoulder view of what I do when I learn a song, so that it gives me the best chance of being able to actually sing it, right? Now, full disclaimer, I don't have a Hozier kind of voice. I'm not that kind of a singer. So this isn't me trying to do that. This is me showing you a system that I use to sing a song that would ordinarily be difficult to sing if I was trying to sound like him. I'm not trying to sound like him, but a system that I'm showing you. So anyway, let's jump into it. The first thing that I would do is I would want to know what notes I'm singing. And that's really, really important. So don't just fly by the seat of your pants on this. Know what notes you're singing. Know how low this thing goes. Know how high it goes. And know the tessitura. The tessitura is where the song sits. That's not the range. The tessitura is where most of the song is going to lay. And that's going to be very, very important. So I know what the notes are, but let's get a low note here.
I still watch you when you're grooving, as if through.
Looks like D flat. So D flat's going to go down there. So yeah, so that's not too low for me, even if it went a little lower. If I miss that, even if it goes a little lower, that's not too low for me. So, okay, I know I got that, right? Okay, so now, without taking you through this whole thing, which would be boring for you to watch, I know that when it goes into the strong part of the song, it goes to an A flat 4. So that's in my wheelhouse too. Now, I also know that when he comes back in later on, is it a D flat 5, but it's more falsetto or head voice or something like that. So that's in my wheelhouse with that kind of singing. I also know that it has a pretty strong B natural at some point. Now, I can't do that like he does, but I can do it like I do. So it's strong enough to get by, but it doesn't have the full body of him. But I'll show you what it is and how I learn it and how I go about it. So another point I want you to get from a teaching perspective, me teaching, is that with your voice, you got to play the hand you're dealt. Okay, your voice is your voice. Does that mean you can't improve it? No, you can probably take it much further than you think you can. But it's your voice. My voice is my voice. I do not have his quality at all. I do not have his gifts. I do not have his ability in certain areas at all, but doesn't mean I can't sing the song and do a pretty good job of it my way. Now, this is going to be more obvious as we get into things and I show you how I deal with things that I would like to do his way, but I can't. So I do it my way. And that's really one of the most important things about this video is that you play the hand you're dealt. That doesn't mean it's a bad hand. You just play the hand you're dealt, right, with your voice. Your voice is your voice. Improve it the best way you can, but don't try and be somebody else. And don't try and do something that somebody else does very naturally if it's really hard for you with your voice. And I'm going to show you what I mean as we get into this. So let's just look now. We've identified the notes. Let's look at how I would learn this thing, okay? Let's go through it a little bit. So here's the first verse.
I still watch you when you're grooving.
Okay, so I wouldn't sing the lyrics yet. I would do it on something like new. And I wouldn't stylize. I'm just looking for the notes.
As if through water from the bottom of a pool.
Okay, this is what I do.
You're moving without moving. And when you move, I move.
My mouth's almost closed, right? I'm just kind of humming, nooing, okay, okay.
You are a cold emotion.
You're singing a little stronger now. I'm not going to.
There all of you a verb in perfect view. Like Jonah on the ocean.
He does something real cool there. It's almost syncopated. I'm not getting it the way he does. He is really relaxed in that. Really relaxed in that.
In perfect view, like Jonah on the ocean.
Okay, I'm getting close, right?
When you move, I move.
Now, if I would start to say the words, we're jumping the gun, let's say, but we want to kind of fast forward this stuff so you're not here for 3 days, like I said. I wouldn't do much with my mouth. For example, let me just take you back a little.
I still watch you when you're grooving.
Okay, I still watch you when you're grooving. I still watch you when you're grooving. Still watch you when you're grooving. I still watch you when you're doing very, very little here because I don't want to disturb the vocal line that I just established with no, 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 no. I still watch you when you're grooving. Okay, I'm not gonna go there at all yet. Okay.
As if through water from the bottom.
Same idea as if through water from the bottom of a pool. Okay, that's what I would do.
Of a pool, you're moving without moving.
You're moving without moving. Okay, that's exactly what I would do. Just I'm not making too big a deal out of the lyrics yet. Now let's jump ahead.
When you move,
this is the part that I wanted to show you. Because listen to his voice here.
When you move, I'm put to mind of all that I wanna be.
It's just hard not to be like a huge fan when I hear that. That's part of his voice that I just friggin' love. And this is the battle that you're going to have. This is the battle that I have when I sing this song. I really want to sound like that down there, and I don't. Let me tell you, let me show you, let me fast forward, because so you know how I would learn the first verse. That's pretty much how I learn the whole thing. And we're going to go through that, but I want to show you this. This is really important. When we get to this part.
In perfect view, like when you move, I'm put to mind of.
You see how rich that is? My voice would sound more like naturally, when you move, I'm put to mind of all that I want. That would sound like that. If I attempt to do what he's doing, with my voice. It's challenging. I have to drop in a little more. When you move, I'm put to mind of all that I want to be. And it still doesn't sound like he sounds because it's his voice and this is my voice. That's about as far as I can go without really manipulating and doing something that's going to throw me off for the next part of the song, which is coming, okay? And it'll make sense in a second.
All that I wanna be.
Hear how rich that is? All that I want to be. Now, I've really dropped out of there. All that I want to be. All that I want to be. Now, I kind of have to work and really drop down in there. I can get the notes like that, but I feel like I've dropped out of my vocal line a little bit, and I got to go up to an A flat in a second. So watch. See what I mean?
When you move, I could never define.
See, that's just so in his voice. When you move, I could never define. I mean, you know, I'm doing that. I'm trying to like, mine would be, when you move, I could never define. That's about what I would do unless I'm trying to be Hozier, right?
All that you are to me.
But here's where we go.
So move me, baby.
Now we got to jump up to that A flat. If I'm down, I'm ready. Now I got to go here. That's a big jump all of a sudden, right? Because I'm down. Now I'm jumping up here. Almost like an octave and a fifth, right? So I'm going a long way. If I'm doing it, if I'm trying to imitate what he sounds like, it gives me a big hill to climb. Because I've got to go, all of a sudden I'm, so move me. I got to go up there, right? And if I'm being heavy down there, it's hard. It's a big jump. But if I'm, so move me, baby, it's a lot easier. So, because that's where I have to go. So move me, baby. So if I lock myself down in my chest voice like that, and I got to go way up into my mix like that, for me and my voice, not easy. A big hill to climb, and it's going to throw off my A flat. So I'm not going to load this down here. I'm not going to try and sound like him. And I recommend that you don't try and sound like him either, unless you have that kind of a voice and it's just natural. Don't try and sound like anybody, right? I want to stay in a place that gives me the ability to pop this A flat out with more of a feeling from the top down. So move me, baby. So move. So. Say it from the top down. So now listen, I don't sound like him. There's no big secret here. I mean, that is just, he's just got the purest sound up there. I don't. I can't sound like that. But if I'm going to do this song, I got to do it my way, right? The old Sinatra tune, I did it my way. You got to do it. So you learning, the main point of this is not that I can sort of sing a Hozier song. The main point of this is, here's how you learn a song with your voice that you may not have thought you could sing. And if you learn it the right way, and you don't try and sound like the other artist and say, oh, my voice sucks because I don't sound like that, that's what we want to get away from, right? So now listen to that.
Willow tree, you do it naturally. Move me, baby.
So it goes, so move me. Now how I would learn that is on a syllable, like one. One, 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 one. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Because I don't have to say words. I'm just saying one word, one, or no, or new, or anything that gets me in there, right? And then I can start working the words. And once that's easy, and I'm down here like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 I won't do the whole thing again, but you get the idea. Then you can start applying the lyrics. So down here, When you move, I could never define all that you are in me. So move me, baby. That gives me a way to get up there. You know, if I'm too heavy down here, I'm a mess. So move me, baby. And I'm sloppy with the words at first. She ain't like a willow tree. You do it naturally. Move me, baby. I don't care if the words are really clear yet. I'm working the vocal line. I want to keep everything very, very vertical. I'm not trying to polish this thing yet, okay?
When you move, honey, I'm putting all.
He's got that same thing. When you move, honey, I'm putting all. That's how I have to do it. Honey, I'm putting all. It's going to really throw me off if I do it that way.
Something so flawed and free.
See, now, the main point is that he's not doing what I'm doing. When I try and sound like him, he's not doing that. His voice is just like that. It's just very easy, but it's got this rich, full body. I have to fake that, right? We don't want to fake it.
Some me, babe.
And listen how strong he is up there. Some move me, babe. He just kills it, right? But first of all, before you can do that, you want to get in there. You want to get in the mix. You want to be singing vertically. You want to vocalize it so you work this song into your voice. That's what you want to do. It develops a vocal line. Think of a skier, right? You go up to the top of a mountain. Nobody skied down that mountain yet today, right? And you got to be the first one. As people ski down the mountain, it creates a groove that's very easy to ski in and really hard to get out of. What we're doing now when we learn this song is we're creating a groove, right? The groove is our vocal line. We do it by 1, 1, 1, no, 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 no. Anyway, we want to vocalize it, right? And that creates a vocal line that when we start adding the words, it's hard to fall out of. So that's what we want to do. When we don't do that, we don't create the vocal line first and work the song into our voice, then we're doing ourselves a disservice. We're going to find all kinds of songs that we think, oh, just another song I can't sing. Why? Because we approached it unprofessionally. If we'd approached it professionally, we would have seen, oh, I can work this song into my voice, you know? So I got 32 years of doing this, so believe me, I know that you can do this. Now, all of this is in my wheelhouse in terms of my ability to do it. It's stylistically not what my forte is, but I've worked hard to be able to kind of feel it enough to be able to do the song, right? That doesn't mean I would run out and do it in public, but it's a good breakdown for this purposes.
You do it naturally. Move me, baby.
Move me, baby. Okay, now listen to what he does now.
So move me, baby. Like you've nothing left to prove, but nothing to lose.
So move me, baby, like you've nothing left to prove and nothing to lose. Move me, baby. He goes into falsetto there, right? So I know all that's in my wheelhouse. So again, I would do it on one. I would vocalize it until I get that, right? Now all of a sudden, okay, I knew what tessitura I had to hold. And this tessitura in this song is pretty high. You're up there a lot. So why would I want to blow myself out down here in the verse? And I would blow myself out down there in the verse if I tried to sound like him. And that's the whole point of this.
Move me, baby.
Now, you've got to listen to that to get the run. I had to listen to it a bunch of times. Okay? And it's on a great vowel. This whole song is on great sounds. So move me, baby. Great. Can you imagine if it's something like, my father likes me, right? So why? Because the vowel. So move me, baby, sits right in there, right? My father, oh my God, that wants to go into Splatville, right? So it's important to know what the vowels are and what the sounds that you're making are and where they are in the voice. And this has perfect singable sounds in it. And he does this run on an oo, right? On move. really makes it a lot easier than it could be. Okay, now comes the challenging part where he goes up to a B natural, and it's really strong and cool. And it's just this wild scream on a B natural. I can't do that. Now he's in a mix, but he's in a, he's killing it. He's in a strong, strong mix. So I'll show you what I can do with it, and it's fine, So, move. Hey, baby, oh, baby. See, I get the note, right? And now that's a mix. It's not as, he's like a lion. I'm not, but I know what I can do. I know I can sing that note. Hey! I know I can get that note, and I know how I can get it to not throw off the rest of my voice. But if I was staunchly saying, no, I want to sound like him, well, I can't, right? So I do what I can do. And that's the main point of this. And a great hum leading him, move like gray skies. And he goes up in that, and that's a really good thing to set the voice, like a hum, and he lands on that M, and that. So I use that as a vocalization to kind of get me in there. But again, I would still, with something like that, I might switch it from one or no to like ma. Okay, I know the song, so I'm jumping ahead of myself a little bit. But you see how open he's on that A flat, and his vowels are really open, but they're still in there, right? I can't be that openish on those. Mine's going to be, it's going to sound a little muddier, Move like gray skies, move like a bird of paradise, paradise. It's not as clear as his, but my voice isn't, I really like what he does with the night, which I teach people not to do. You want to, because you don't want it's not that great for the voice, but it's perfect for the song. And if you can break a lot of rules if you're breaking them on purpose, not accidentally. If you're breaking them on purpose, then you get back to your voice, right? It's like, no, I want that sound. I kind of like that sound. So even if I played around with this song, I would do that because it leads into, there's a drama in it. There's a drama that isn't perfect. It doesn't work, right? It's boring. So again, you can break the rules if you know how to and get back from there. I love that. I'm not sure if he says anything there. Is that a word? I would do no. 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, And now he's going up to, that's where he goes to the D flat. It's kind of head voice falsetto-y. I have to do it in head voice. It's just easier for me to sing in head voice than it is in falsetto. So it's, move me, baby. See, I missed it the first time because I pulled too hard. Move me, baby. Okay, so I can do it, but it's much cooler when he does, but this is my voice. I just love his clarity. I got to admit, I wish I could do it. I wish I could be that clear. I really do. But it wouldn't keep me from singing the song, right? And we all have things that we wish we could do and things that we can't do, right? Maybe there's something that I can't even imagine what it would be right now. that I can do that Hozier would hear and say, gosh, I wish I could do that. In my dreams, but hey, you got to dream. See, and I had to play around with that. Move me, baby, to get that note, right? Because that's different. Now he's breaking out of it. So this is how I learn a song, right? And it makes it so much easier. And again, the first step, number one, you really got to like your own voice, okay? You got to play the hand you're dealt. You got to like your own voice. You got to love your own voice. And you got to ask yourself, what can I do with this song? You know, how can I bring myself to this? How can I bring my story to this? How can I bring my interpretation of this? How can I bring my voice to this in a way that's authentic for me as a singer without trying to sound like him, but by emulating maybe a lot of the runs that he does because they're great and a lot of the melodies. I look at this like, even though this may not be written down like sheet music, the way he does it, in the studio like that, I look at it as the model, right? He may not ever do it the same way again, but I look at it as that's the model that I want to learn. And from there, I can stray, I can bring my own interpretation, I can do my own runs, I can do whatever I want to do, right? But then, when you're doing it first, then learn the notes. You want to know the low note, the high note, and where the body of the song sits. I knew the low note, and I knew that once I got into the So Move Me Baby, boom, okay, I was going to be living up there. So I got to work that into my voice. I also have to know what vowels and sounds I'm using. So Move Me Baby, whew, thank God he wrote that, right? Rather than, like I say, my father likes me, that's a little tougher up there. I could do it, but it's tougher. He could do it easy, but it's a little tougher. But it's doable. But his lyrics are like really great for this song, sitting up there like that. A lot of oohs, really cool. Then you vocalize it, you work into the voice, and you start adding the lyrics. Allow the lyrics to be a little sloppy at first. So move me, baby, like a willow tree. You do it naturally. Move me, baby. See, I'm not really doing anything here, and the words are sloppy. They're not clear, right? His are clear as a bell. Mine aren't clear right now as I work it into the voice because I don't want to bring any of this stuff in, any compensatory muscles at all to help me with the pitch making. I don't want them. I don't want to have to do any of that kind of stuff to get this note. I just want to be able to go, oh, baby, I just want to be very relaxed about it. Okay? So don't worry about that. Then you can start getting your diction better. You can start getting the words clearer, getting more crisp and all that, as long as you're not doing any of this muscularly, okay? And you just want to make sure that you've got the range to sing the song, unless you've got other ideas to fill in for a range that you don't have, right? But this is the professional way to learn the song. This is going to take you from not being able to sing a lot of songs that you should be able to sing to being able to sing them. Because like I say, if you're approaching it in a very amateurish way, like we all do, honestly, once in a while, right? We hear a song on the radio, we hear a song whatever. Like I say, we don't know the notes, we don't know the lyrics, we don't know the melody, and we think, oh, let me try and sing that thing, right? Okay. And we're all over the place, and we're killing ourselves, and we're thinking, oh, I can't sing that song, oh, I suck, right? Don't do that to yourself. Right? That's a wiring. That's a programming that you have to resist. You have to overcome that programming and just stop doing it. Okay? You have to take a system and say, okay, if this guy can do it, I can do it. I'm just going to sit down, identify the notes, identify the vowels, identify the sounds, see where the song sits, where it lays, the body of the song. Can I do that? Is it in my wheelhouse? Be honest with yourself. Don't do something that's just like ridiculously out of your wheelhouse and yell your way through it. You got to be honest with yourself. Okay, that's enough of me ranting. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was really stupidly long. I'm going to edit the living crap out of it, but see how short I could get it. Anyway, if you'd like to learn how to sing great high notes and fix your break and do all kinds of cool things, then grab my video. It's a free video on my THF system. Thin it out, hook it up. Thin it out, hook it up, fill it in. I forgot what my THF system is. It's thin it out, hook it up, and fill it in. I just spoiled it. Spoiler alert. Anyway, grab that. The link is in the description down there. the show notes or comments, or it's somewhere. You'll find it somewhere. Yeah, if you enjoy these, I'll do more of them. I love the idea of the look over your shoulder. I was a little awkward today because I've never done a look over your shoulder, but I think I can get better at that. And I think that if they're valuable for you, then it might be something cool. Like maybe do a series of them. You can even like recommend songs. If I can sing it, I'll do it. Anyway, babble, babble, babble. I'm out of here. Subscribe if you'd like to, if you like these kind of videos, and like it if you would. That'd be cool. Hope this video didn't get blocked for copyright because I kind of worked my tail off on it. But anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.